is a production of WSB Sports and the Georgia Bulldog Radio Network.
They'll stay in the eye. Chappis and Sutherland in the ball game. Chappis goes in motion, handed to Noshawn. He dives, stretches out, touchdown.
And look at the entire Georgia offense coming off.
That's the whole team.
The whole team is on the field right now.
What the heck is that? That's a flag. What are we doing?
They're throwing a flag, and I don't think anybody cares right now.
Oh, my goodness.
The entire coaching staff is looking right now at the Georgia fans, getting them up on their feet. I have never seen that before.
That is unbelievable. Marino scored, and the entire team ran off the bench and celebrated in the end zone. That's shocking.
Well, let me tell you, I've got goosebumps over my entire body right now. I hope we do that every time we punch it in the end zone.
Georgia Bulldog football is on the air. The Gators have been waiting 366 days since last season's excessive celebration. Well, today we're going to see what they've got. Hello from the 44-yard line at Jacksonville Municipal Stadium. This is Neil Hondo Williamson. Scott Howard, Eric Zier, and Lauren Smith will bring you the call of the action today between our 6th-ranked Bulldogs and the number 8 Florida Gators. And the four of us will get you warmed up next with highlights, interviews, and analysis on the Verizon Wireless Tailgate Show. From Jacksonville, Georgia, Florida, on the Georgia Bulldogs Radio Network.
It's the Verizon Wireless Tailgate Show on the Georgia Bulldog Radio Network. Brought to you by ServPro, like it never even happened. Aero Exterminators, Wildlife Pest Management. AT&T, your world delivered. The Georgia Public Service Commission. Aaron's Lease and Sales. Nobody beats Aaron's. Nobody. Auto Owners Insurance, the no problem people. John Deere, nothing runs like a deer. The Georgia Hospital Association. And by IBEW Local 613, on time and on budget every time.
And the Georgia secondary today, the corners will be Asher Allen, a junior from Tucker, and Prince Miller, a junior from Duncan, South Carolina. And the safeties, Rashad Jones, a redshirt sophomore from Atlanta, and C.J. Bird, a senior from North Augusta, South Carolina. Those are your Bulldog starters. Both teams preparing to come out of the locker room. We'll have the toss of the coin. Kickoff just around the corner here on the Georgia Bulldogs Radio Network. Today's broadcast presented by the authority of the University of Georgia Athletic Association Incorporated may not be rebroadcast in any form without express written consent of the University of Georgia Athletic Association. Florida won the toss. The Gators defer. Georgia on offense to start the game. Gators will be kicking off to the Dogs. Don't forget, we'll be joining Lauren Smith all throughout the game for the Cook's Pest Control sideline reports. In fact, let's go down to Lauren right now. Lauren.
Well, it was an upbeat mood in the locker room. Quiet also, just reserved, but a lot of enthusiasm and a lot of energy. Coach Rick told them to play hard, play smart, play fast. Don't make mistakes. Get out there and get after their anatomy.
That's always a motivational tool right there. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, our referee today is Penn Wagers, just so you know that. You might remember that from last year, right here in this very spot. Georgia in red, tops, silver pants, red helmets. And backing up to run it out of the goal to our right, Florida will be all in white today. The Gators in white jerseys and white pants with the orange helmets. As we said, a lot of clouds, a little bit of a chance of rain as we proceed through the afternoon and into the evening, and a little bit of a wind stirring here in the bowl of Jacksonville Municipal Stadium. Caleb Sturgis, a freshman from St. Augustine, has it teed up to kick it off for Florida, and back deep for the Bulldogs, it'll be Ramarcus Brown. He's standing on his own 4-yard line. Brown, 7th in the SEC in kickoff returns. He is averaging 24 yards per return. As we check the AJC scoreboard before we kick it off, Purdue has beaten Michigan. Final score there, the Boilermakers 48-42 over the Wolverines. Michigan now 2-7. West Virginia beats Connecticut 35-13. Ole Miss now leads Auburn 17-7 in the fourth. Alabama 7-0 on Arkansas State in the first. Arkansas and Tulsa tied at 20 now in the second, as the Gators kick it off from left to right. An end-over-end kick taken by Brown, far side of the field at the 2. Straight ahead to the 10, cuts towards the sideline and gets stacked up at about the 17-yard line. So Ramarcus Brown returned it about 15 yards or so, and about 13 yards to go for Georgia. I formation, receiver to each side. Green to the right and Massaquoi to the left. We'll give it to Noshawn Marino. Oh, wow, he is pummeled by the middle linebacker, Brandon Spikes. Just drove a spike right into Noshawn Marino. Another loss on the play, back to the 14-yard line. Holy cow, that was a vicious hit. So Georgia 3rd and long. Georgia for the second time starts inside the 20. Line of scrimmage is the 19-yard line. Green to the right, Massaquoi to the left. I formation with Sutherland the fullback. Play action fake to Marino. Pass over the middle, caught by Massaquoi at the 40, and Muhammad all the way down to the Gator 49-yard line. The Dogs come out firing on their second possession of the game. A 33-yard completion from Stafford to Muhammad Massaquoi. Major Wright made the stop.
And the Gators, they came up, did not try to disguise that one bit. They put 8 guys in the box. We were one-on-one outside, just ran a skinny post. Ball very well delivered, had time to throw it. Huge gain for the Bulldog offense.
Bunch formation, 3 receivers tight on the right side. Marino's the tail. Play action to Noshawn. Stafford in the pocket, a lot of time, goes to the air, overthrown. Tried to go to Muhammad Massaquoi on the far side of the field. Here comes a flag in the Georgia backfield, and we may have a late hit on the Gators or some roughing the passer, and we do. That's the first serious violation of the ball game, roughing the passer penalty on Florida, and that's going to give Georgia terrific field position inside the Gator 40-yard line. That should move it down to about the 34.
Roughing the passer, number 94. Penalty be 15 yards, automatic, first down.
That's on Justin Tratu, the sophomore from Ramsey, New Jersey. So they walk off the penalty against the Gators. 1st and 10 Georgia on the Florida 34-yard line.
Yeah, that call was right on the money there. Tratu came in after the ball had been released. He actually took 2 or 3 steps there and made contact with Matthew, earning himself the flag there, and a nice pickup, even though it comes through penalty for the Bulldogs.
2 receivers right, Green and Moore, and Goodman to the left. Split backfield. Marino breaks out to the right, and Stafford will throw it to him. Complete 35. Marino cuts back at the 25 to the 20, fighting his way down inside the Florida 20, down to the 18-yard line.
And the Gators continue to play man-to-man. They started out there with the zone look, but once again at the snap, a little more disguise there, but brought the safety down as we swung Noshawn out of the backfield. He just outflanked that the linebacker for the Florida Gators. Stafford again delivered a good, accurate ball, gave him a lot of area to room and run to room after the catch.
Jenkins and Anderson made the tackle Georgia with a 2 tight end set. Now Figgins and Chandler into the ball game. They spot the ball on the 17. It's 1st and 10. Georgia, I formation. Hand it to Marino. Goes to the right, trying to get to the corner. Stiff arms a man, still on his feet, spinning close to the 10, fighting his way. And that's where he'll stop. He was still fighting at the 10-yard line. That's when things started to pile up. And Noshawn Marino with a gain of about 7 yards on that carry as the Dogs threaten here. 6:53 to go, first quarter. We're scoreless in Jacksonville, but the Dogs on the Florida 10-yard line.
Well, nice stiff arm there by Noshawn to get outside and get that play going, but also Ben Jones threw 2 good blocks on that play to help Noshawn along.
2nd and 2 for the Dogs. Ball just inside the 10. We flip-flop the tight end Figgins to the near side of the line of scrimmage. I formation, Caleb King's the tail, and Sutherland is the fullback. Fake it to Caleb. Stafford in trouble in the pocket. Flag down, trying to find some running room and can't find any and goes down on the 15-yard line. And a flag on the play as well. We might have a hold. Carlos Dunlap got in there to stop Stafford on the play. He's the Gators' leading sack master so far this season with 4 of them on the year. Penn Wagers, our referee, talking to the Florida defense to see what they want to do.
Holding. 61 on the offense. That penalty declined. 3rd down.
So they'll take the sack over backing up the Bulldogs. And that means it's 3rd down and about 8 yards to go for Georgia. So give Dunlap his 5th sack of the season for Florida.
And good coverage there from the Gators on that pass play. Bracketed our receivers, really no place to go with the football.
Moore's to the right side. 3 bunched receivers to the left, and we bring Sutherland in motion back and forth. Caleb King is the tail. We're going to run it to the left with Stafford, and Florida eats him up back on the 20-yard line. Tried a little misdirection on the fake to Caleb going right. Stafford kept it and ran to the left, and Florida drives the Dogs back to the 20-yard line. Terrence Sanders, a redshirt sophomore, 300-pounder from Bradenton, Florida, making the tackle, so the Dogs will have to settle for a field goal opportunity right here.
And the Gators both times there on those pass plays bracketed our outside receivers. If they continue to do that, we're going to have some one-on-one opportunities with backs out of the backfield on linebackers.
Spot the ball on the 27. Mims is the holder. Here's Blair Walsh for the kick. It's no good. Blair Walsh missed it. Another one well within his range. And he missed it. We are scoreless. 5:16 to go in quarter number 1. Dogs blow a chance there. They had a great opportunity for 7. Couldn't get that. And we missed the chance for 3 as well. Timeout on the field. Pause for these words. Georgia Bulldogs Radio Network in the 2nd. Here we are scoreless. Georgia and Florida. The Gators, after the missed field goal by the Bulldogs, have it 1st and 10 from their 20-yard line. Demps is in the backfield. And Tebow drops back into the shotgun formation. 2 receivers to the near side. Run the handoff to Demps straight ahead. He stumbled past the line of scrimmage, caught a toe on the turf, and fell forward to the 24-yard line. So a gain of 4 on the play. And the Gators will be looking at 2nd down and 6 yards to go with 5 minutes to go in the first quarter.
And Demps averaging 11.9 yards per carry right now. Leads the nation. Anybody over 25 attempts. He's explosive when he gets it. Doing a pretty good job of corralling him so far.
Demps and Rainey both in the backfield. That's a lot of speed, and 2 receivers to the left. Harvin and Cooper out wide to the left. Scott Howard, Eric Zier, Lauren Smith, Neil Hondo Williamson, and the regular cast of characters. Lewis Phillips is our spotter. Joe Williams, Alan Hunt, our producers. Charles Youngs, our engineer, and Tony Schiavone. He can't wait to do the post-game talk show, Dog Talk, after the game today. Along with Eric.
The ruling on the field stands.
Boy, we looked at a lot of replays, and
that was Georgia's challenge and timeout.
Looked like he got a favorable spot, but Penn Wagers and his staff didn't see it that way, and neither did the replay official.
Coach Rick is not happy about it.
No, well, they were showing the replay on the video board here, and you could see it. You know, I mean, unless our eyes are lying to us, it looked like it was short of the spot that they gave him.
I almost think the reason they didn't overturn it is we didn't really have a very good angle, at least from what we saw. and unless it is undisputable, they're not going to overturn it.
And Georgia is charged with a timeout. So the Gators will have it 1st and 10 from just across the 30-yard line on their own 30. Split backfield for Florida as the sun breaks through the clouds here. Rainey and Harvin going to give it to Harvin. He's running to the near side. He's got a bit of a hole and a little bit of a block on the sideline and pushed out of bounds at the Georgia 49-yard line. So a gain of about 21 yards by Percy Harvin puts Florida into Georgia territory just across midfield.
Well, over the last 9 games, every time Percy Harvin touches it, he gets just north of 11 yards. He's on that average right now today. So much speed and talent. As soon as you lose contain, you know you've got a problem.
Gators break out of the huddle. 1st and 10, Florida, just across midfield. 2 receivers to the left, and it's Rainey in the backfield for the Gators. They bring a motion man, Tebow in the shotgun. Give it to Tebow. He fakes it to Rainey, runs to the left, throws a wobbly pass, caught by Percy Harvin in the flat. Breaks one tackle, breaks another, and pushes his way down to the 30-yard line. Now here go the Gators. Harvin moves from the 49-yard line to, let's see where they finally spot the ball, to about the 31. So a gain of 18 on that play. Just a simple play, Z, a throw out into the left flat to Harvin, and you let him work as Rashad Jones finally made the tackle.
Well, a little misdirection, too. You just get the linebackers to hold tight just a little bit, and then all of a sudden you create space for Percy Harvin to run in as soon as he catches the football. A lot of misdirection in play with this Florida offense.
Demps is the tailback. And Tebow in the shotgun. They'll hand it to Demps. He runs into a man. Whistles are blowing. And Demps breaking through the line of scrimmage, but the play is blown dead by the penalty flag. And here's the call.
Dead ball. Delay of game on the offense. Penalty 5 yards. Down remains first.
So that'll back the Gators up 5 yards, and we'll go down to the sidelines in Lawrence.
On that challenge by Coach Rick, he was really upset. I mean, he gave the officials a few words. He would not have challenged if the coaches upstairs in the booth, led by Mike Bobo, hadn't suggested to him that Tebow did not make the first down.
1st and 15 for Florida from the Georgia 36. Tebow with the ball, running this way, cuts upfield, and let's see, he's going to be down at around the 27-yard line, so a quick burst. Rennie Curran makes the tackle for Georgia. He's the Dogs' leader in that department, but Tebow got some positive yardage. It'll be 2nd down for the Gators at the Georgia 27-yard line. So it'll be 2nd down and 6, so Tebow with about a 9-yard carry there.
Well, just a triple option look there from the Gators out of the shotgun. Got an option read with the fullback, and then Tebow can either keep it or pitch it once he gets outside, depending upon what he sees.
Tebow in the shotgun, empty backfield, 3 receivers left. He fakes the dive into the line, fires, and it is incomplete. Tried to go to Murphy down around the Georgia 5-yard line. A sliding effort by Lewis Murphy. And Asher Allen with the coverage, and the pass is incomplete. That'll bring up 3rd down for Florida.
A nice play there by Asher Allen. Skinny post run there by Florida. Tebow just fakes into the line of scrimmage like he's going to run the football, stands back up, stands tall. Georgia had a single deep safety, so he knew he had one-on-one backside. But good play by Asher breaking that up.
3rd down, 6 for Florida from the Georgia 27-yard line. Bulldog crowd making some noise here, trying to slow down this Florida offense. 3 receivers to the left. They bring Rainey into the motion. He lines up in the slot on the right. Tebow in the pocket. It's closing. He throws it, and it is intercepted. Intercepted by Georgia in the left flat. Intercepted by Prince Miller. He just came up, took it right out of his hands. And there's a flag on the field at the 33-yard line. Hold everything.
That flag is thrown on the spot that you would think it would be holding, but there's an awful lot of conversation going on right now between the officials.
We kind of knew it with this crew.
Personal foul. Illegal contact with the head. Number 99 on the defense. Penalty will be half to the goal. Automatic. First down.
Oh, man. Conspiracy theories are working today. First quarter, 1:24 to go.
Oh, that is, we just saw a replay. That does not look like a very good call at all on the initial angle I saw.
They called it on Jarius Wynn. Shot to the head. Well, there it was, and the lineman he was battling was without a helmet. I guess that's what they called after his helmet came off, and then Jarius hit him in the shoulder pad. It wasn't in the head. So the Gators have the ball. Another huge play wiped out. Demps is in the backfield. Well, this one's being gift wrapped. 1st and 10 for Florida on the Georgia 13-yard line. Handoff goes to Demps, working behind the line of scrimmage. Cuts downfield straight ahead and gets maybe a couple before he is brought down. Rennie Curran making the stop for Georgia, and Geno Atkins. And they spot the ball on the Dogs 13. It'll be 2nd down for the Gators.
Once again, good push up front by the Georgia defensive line. Forcing Demps to run around a little bit there to try to find a hole, but good pursuit by the Georgia defense.
Gained about a half a yard. Call it a 2nd down and a long 9 for Georgia. Tebow going to take the snap, go to the left, option to Harvin. Harvin wide open, just trots into the end zone. Touchdown on the left side of the field.
Well, once again, just that option play. Everybody collapsed down on Tebow. Tebow pitches it out. No one was outside. He could have walked that one into the end zone.
Yeah, no flags on that play. That's a shot. 20 seconds, first quarter. Gators score first on the trot into the end zone by Percy Harvin. And now they'll try the point after. Jonathan Phillips is the Gators kicker. Here's the snap and the hold, and the kick is good. Gators lead it 7-0. 20 seconds to go, quarter number 1. Let's take a 60-second SEC break here on the Georgia Bulldogs Radio Network. We are going to the second quarter here in Jacksonville. The Gators up 7-0. The lone touchdown of the ball game, the 13-yard run by Percy Harvin. And Georgia missed a field goal, a 37-yard attempt by Blair Walsh in the first quarter. Dogs with the ball, 2nd down rather, as Stafford throws it out in the left flat to A.J. Green. He makes the catch, dodges one man, and then is brought down at the 34-yard line. So Green picks up about 2.5 yards on that pass play. Stafford now 4 for 4 this afternoon. The tackle made by Janoris Jenkins, the cornerback, freshman.
And a good block there by Muhammad Massaquoi, coming back and picking off the defender over A.J. Green. Florida continues to play man-to-man. If we're going to go, if we're going to continue to have opportunities throwing the football downfield, if they give us those same looks.
3rd and 4 from the Dogs' 34. 4-man front for Florida. Shotgun snap to Stafford. He's looking to the left. He throws it. It is caught by the tight end Figgins. He breaks the tackle. Bruce is on his feet near midfield and into Gator territory. That's only the 5th catch by a Georgia tight end this season, and the first by Figgins.
Good strong play there by Figgins, too. Once again, Florida goes man-to-man, showed a 2-deep look, brought a safety down at the snap of the football. Matthews found Figgins, and with the missed tackle there, had a little bit of room to run after the catch.
First down for Georgia. Stamper and Spikes, the linebackers, making the tackle for the Gators. Dogs 1st and 10 from the Florida 49-yard line. Moving left to right. Dogs trail 7-0 early second quarter. I formation for Georgia. 2 receivers to the near side. Stafford fakes the stretch handoff in the pocket. Will throw it deep near sideline, and it is incomplete and out of bounds. And it'll be 2nd down for Georgia. Tried to go to A.J. Green deep down around the 15, 14-yard line. And Stafford took a shot at the other end of that play as well.
And Stafford right now is still hobbling a little bit, was slow getting up after that pass. The pocket did a good job staying in the pocket, but it collapsed around him right as he let the ball go, and he took a good shot to the midsection.
2nd down 10 for Georgia from the Florida 49. Split backfield, Chappis and Marino, and Stafford stands between them. Massaquoi to the left and 2 receivers right. Stafford wants to throw. Pass over the middle is dropped at the 35-yard line by Kenneth Harris. Oh, my goodness. He had broken open, had about 5 yards on his defender and a lot of running room in front of him, and he could not hang on.
Well, it's no guessing game right now what kind of defenses we're going to see. Stafford, good job using his eyes. That was the same pass that we threw to Noshawn Marino earlier in the game. Stafford looked out there to Noshawn, came back across the middle. Kenneth Harris had all day to run if he catches that ball.
3rd and 10 from the Florida 49 now. Dogs in the shotgun, split backfield. Stafford stands between them, now approaches the line to change something. 2 receivers to the near side and 1 to the far side. Shotgun snap to Stafford. Here comes pressure. He'll throw it. Far sideline, over the shoulder catch by Muhammad Massaquoi on the run, out of bounds at the 23-yard line. 26 yards on the game for Georgia and a first down. Major Wright forcing Massaquoi out of bounds on the far side of the field.
Matthews still hobbling around a little bit. You can still, he's still shaking up a little bit from the hit a couple of plays ago, but did a good job there of stepping up into the pocket. Had a wide outside rusher coming. He moves up in the pocket, delivers a strike to Momass on the corner route.
1st and 10, Georgia on the Gator 23-yard line. Green to the right, Massaquoi to the left. I formation with Marino dotting the I at the tail. Chappis is the full. Stafford may be changing the play. Up under center. We'll drop back, and here come whistles and flags. And did we get the snap off in time?
Flag on the play.
We may not have.
Well, Scott, right now, Florida's really not disguising anything. They're jumping up in the box.
Prior to the snap, false start, number 60 on the offense, 25 yards, down lane 1.
They're jumping up in the box right now and making Stafford or putting the game in Stafford's hand to beat him through the air.
False start on the play on Georgia. Clint Bowling was the guilty party for the Dogs, so backs the Dogs up to the 28-yard line. Now it's 1st and 15. I formation for Georgia. Mass to the left and 2 receivers, Moore and Green to the right. And Moore's in the slot on the near hash. Marino is the tailback, and he'll take the handoff looking for running room to the outside. Shakes a tackler at the 30, cuts downfield to the 26-yard line, and that's where he is brought down after a gain of about 2.5 or 3 on the play. See where they spot it. They spot the ball on the 26-yard line. Joe Hayden, the corner, and Ryan Stamper, the linebacker, making the stop on Marino. 2nd down and long, 13 to go for Georgia from the Florida 26. I think the Gators are keying on Noshawn today.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. Every single play, they're bringing that safety down in the box. Again, a lot of opportunities outside, but not many to run with.
Stafford, little draw play, dumps it over the middle, and it is incomplete. Tried to go to Sean Chappis on the screen, and the rush was coming for Florida. Boy, they really had pressure on Stafford, and the pass is incomplete. That's going to bring up 3rd down now for Georgia.
On the coverage.
That just shows the speed of this Florida defense. Screen passes, you want to just bump the defensive lineman, then let them come free. You want to dump it right over their head. But the speed of this Florida defense, as soon as they let him go, they were right in the lap of Matthew very quickly.
Stafford was trying to dump it off as he was backpedaling back beyond the 35-yard line. 3rd and 13 for the Dogs from the Florida 26. 11:58 in the 2nd quarter. Clock stopped. Now it's moving. Here's Stafford in the pocket. Going to be flushed out. He's running, directing traffic. Stafford upended at the 18-yard line. Going to be short of the first down. Stafford got his legs knocked out from under him on the far side of the field on the scramble, and they'll spot it at the 17. Spikes made the tackle. Jones and Hayden over there as well for Florida. But it is 4th down after the 9-yard run by Matthew Stafford. Now we need a field goal here from Blair Walsh, who missed from 37 in the 1st quarter. He'll try from 34 here. There's the snap and the hold, and the kick is good. Walsh connects, puts Georgia on the board. 11:18 to play in the first half. Gators leading the Dogs 7-3 after the 34-yarder by Blair Walsh. Timeout. Let's pause for these words on the Georgia Bulldogs radio network. College in the 2nd. Wake Forest 12, Duke 7 in the 2nd quarter. Third down and less than a yard for the Gators. Fake the handoff to Harvin. Tebow's going to keep it, trying to bull his way straight ahead. He gets close to the goal line. Did he get in? He did, says one of the officials running in from the far side. Said Tebow broke the plane for the touchdown.
And that just shows the strength of a Tim Tebow there. We had him at least made initial contact a couple of yards before the goal line, maybe 3 yards before the goal line. He just kept fighting his way into the end zone.
And that rushing touchdown by Tebow, his 37th, which passes Emmitt Smith for the all-time record at the University of Florida. Now is the play under review. They're going to review the play to see if he did get across the goal line.
Well, just looking at the replay, didn't look like the ball crossed the plane there, but I think he got enough at the very least to get a first down on the play.
Well, if things that we saw in the first quarter continue, it may not matter if you get the ball across the plane. So 4th and inches for Florida. Urban Meyer was all the way down at the 8-yard line talking to the official that initiated the touchdown call on the original play. All right, Gators going to go for it. 4th and inches. Tebow in the shotgun. Straight ahead running. He got in. He dives over the left side. Well, he made sure that time. He just dove in behind one of the blocks and fell into the end zone. So there's the record-setting touchdown for Tim Tebow. And the Gators do lead it now, 13-3.
And the Gators right now operating on a short field. The drive on their first touchdown got a couple of penalties. We've shown some things defensively that says we can stop this team. We're just giving them and creating breaks for them.
Phillips with the point after try, and it's good. Florida leads Georgia 14-3, 7:26 to go in the first half. See if the Dogs can answer when we come back. Timeout. Pause for these words now on the Georgia Bulldogs Radio Network.
Matthew.
Third down, 19 to go for the Dogs. Georgia backed up on the Florida 20 now. They need to go to the Gator 11 for the first down. Shotgun snap to Stafford. He's in the pocket. He fires. He's got a man. And caught! Muhammad Massaquoi in traffic. Makes the catch at the 6-yard line. Give him the first down.
What a play by Matthew Stafford, standing in the pocket, staying strong. He had guys breathing down his neck again. Hit as soon as he threw it, and he stuck it right in the hole in between two Florida defensive backs, or actually a defensive back and a linebacker. Great play, and boy, was it timely.
That's not a rifle arm. That is a cannon or a bazooka. That thing came off of his hand, and Massaquoi brought it in at the 6. First and goal for the Dogs. Marino's the tailback in the I formation. Play action fake to the left. Roll to the right. Dump it in the end zone. Oh, incomplete. He had a man wide open in the end zone. That was Trip Chandler, the tight end. He was so wide open. And Stafford's pass went behind the intended receiver.
Well, I think he was so wide open, they almost got their wires crossed a little bit. Matthew just trying to stop him to keep him from running anywhere because it was so wide open. Chandler kept running on his route. Boy, you'd like to have that one back because there was nobody within 5 yards of him.
Stafford threw it on the run and threw it behind Chandler, who was wide open in the end zone. Incomplete. Second down and goal from the 6. I formation for the Dogs. Give it to Marino. Hesitation. Noshan stops. Tries to stiff arm a man and gets eaten up by 5 white shirts at the 10-yard line. He had no chance as A.J. Jones came up, and Noshan tried to give him the stiff arm, but as soon as Jones made contact, here came 4 more white shirts.
Well, this has kind of been par for the course for Georgia so far today. In between the 20s, we've moved the ball pretty well. We get inside that 20-yard line, and this Florida Gator defense is really stiffened up. Probably going to see...
Dogs are going to call a time here.
That's right.
With the clock at 2:02, and that's where it will stop. Matthew Stafford asking for time. It's at 2:01. Now, the clock's still moving, even though they've already signaled timeout. It's still moving.
Timeout, Georgia.
Mortgage halftime show here in just a few moments.
And Scott, we've seen brackets down here from Florida the times that we've been down here where they've doubled the wide receivers outside. We've brought 4 receivers into the game right now. If they continue to give us brackets, Noshawn Marino will be one-on-one if they keep playing the same style defense.
We've got Moore and Green to the right, and Harris and Massaquoi to the left. Dogs work from the far hash, and now Marino in the slot to the right. Stafford in the pocket, going to throw, goes up high. Marino has it bounce off his hands, incomplete under the goalpost. It looked like it bounced off his hands and went incomplete on the back line of the end zone, and that'll force Georgia to try another field goal.
And Florida played brackets once again, but this time they actually bracketed Noshawn as soon as he came out. And that ball sure did. It hit him.
It may have gone through his hands and hit him in the face mask.
It did.
Oh, that was right there. Oh, man. 2 golden opportunities for 6, and now the Dogs will try to get 3. High snap. Mims gets it down. The kick hit the upright. Gosh darn it. Holy smokes. No good. Oh, how many times has Walsh hit the uprights? That's the 3rd time he's hit the upright this year. So the Dogs come away empty-handed, and it's still 14-3 with 1:44 to go in the first half.
A lot of opportunities there. We had the pass thrown behind Trip Chandler that was an easy 6 points. Would have been a great catch by Noshawn there on that 3rd down play, but that one hits him in the face mask, although that would have been a very, very difficult catch. And then the second missed field goal of the game, what could be at the worst a 14-9 football game. Right now it's 14-3, and we better come to play right now because there's plenty of time on the clock for this Florida offense to score.
To stop.
And you'll take that on 1st down just to get off of your own goal line. 3 yards makes a big difference in situations like that.
Dogs send Green out to the right, Massaquoi to the left, stay in the eye. Chappis the fullback, Marino the tailback. He's standing in the end zone. Under center is Stafford. Fakes the handoff, will throw it over the middle. Caught at the 20-yard line by Muhammad Massaquoi. First down for the Bulldogs, a 15-yard gain.
Well, just play action there from the Georgia Bulldogs, faking the sprint draw. Excellent timing by Matthew Stafford, and once again delivered a strike on that skinny post to Momass for a huge first down coming off of our own goal line.
They spotted on the 21, so give him 16 on the pass play. And the Dogs with some room to work now. Trailing 14-3, clock at 10:38 in the 3rd quarter. Stay in the eye, Green and Massaquoi to the right side, outside the hash mark. Marino's the tail, and Chappis is the fullback. And Stafford's under center. 4-man front for Florida. We toss it to Marino, around the block, ducks inside, and gains about a yard maybe. Had some penetration into the backfield, and Noshawn had to move around that. As he maneuvered around that, the defense closed in to hold Noshawn to a 1-yard gain.
Yeah, that penetration created by Brandon Spikes coming on just a middle linebacker blitz really disrupted the flow of that play. Noshawn had to stop and get around him, and once he did, any kind of hole that was there collapsed on him.
2nd and 9 now for Georgia. Dogs on their own 21-yard line. 22, correction. 1 receiver to each side, work out of the eye. Stafford with the play action in the pocket, dodges a tackle, rolls to the right, stops, plants, throws, and it is caught on the run by the tight end, Trip Chandler. Chandler injured in the Alabama game, playing for the first time since then, makes the catch as the Dogs pick up the first down out to the 35-yard line.
And Florida there went to cover 2, changed things up a little bit on us. Nobody was there initially. Matthew Stafford had to get outside the pocket, roll around, and Trip Chandler did a great job breaking off of his route and then coming back just on his scramble drill and coming towards the sideline, finding an open spot for Matthew to deliver it to him.
4th catch of the year for Chandler. Stay in the eye. Work 1st and 10 from our own 35-yard line. The Dogs moving right to left. We'll hand it off to Noshawn. Kicks it to the outside. Jumps over a tackler. 40, 45, up the far sideline. 50, and into Gators territory at the 47-yard line. 17 yards on the carry for Noshawn Marino. And into Florida territory go the Bulldogs.
How explosive did that look from up here? Noshawn jumps over one of the Florida Gator defenders on the ground and then just takes off. Was pretty close to splitting the Gator defense there and taking it all the way.
Joe Hayden made the stop, and now Caleb King, the redshirt freshman from Norcross, checks into the ball game at tailback. Dogs 1st and 10. Spot the ball just inside the Gator 47. Call it the 46. Massaquoi to the right, Green to the left. I formation. Play action fake to King. Stafford fires complete to A.J. Green at the 32, and he gets 2 more yards before he's brought down at the Gator 30.
We just keep coming back to it. Same play action pass, skinny post. The timing on that has just been fantastic all day long. We're completing that, but 15 yards down the field and then running with it after we catch it. But the timing there is what makes that play work, and we've done it great all day long.
Clock ticking at 8:25. Georgia on the move. 1st and 10 from the Florida 30-yard line after a 17-yard gain to A.J. Green. Stay in the eye, and King is the tailback. This time Massaquoi to the near side and A.J. to the right side. Stafford in the pocket, throws to the right side. Oh, it's intercepted. Picked off by the Gators. Far sideline, 40, 50, 40. Will Georgia catch him? Hesitation by the return man at the 20. Breaks the tackle, still on his feet. Tackled at the 1-yard line, perhaps. Joe Hayden took it all the way down to the 1.
Well, that just looked like miscommunication there outside. Looks like Matthew thought the receiver was going to bring it back hard to the outside. He took it to the deep corner. As soon as Matthew let it go, there was nobody there but Hayden to catch that pass.
Florida on the Georgia 1. Pause for station identification. Bulldogs Radio Network. (14-3). Gators start to smell a little blood. Looking for more. 1st and 10, or 1st and goal rather, on the 1. Snap to Tebow. Just rolls around the left corner and walks into the end zone for the touchdown. 20-3, Florida.
And the wind has been just zapped out of the Bulldog faithful here on our side of the stadium, and Gators are going crazy over on there. Still a lot of time left in this football game, though. But we can't afford shooting ourselves in the foot anymore, Scotty.
No.
It's just been too many times today where we've done damage to ourselves.
And it may be too late for that. Jonathan Phillips will try the point after. He'll try to make it 21-3. And the kick is up there good, and that's our score. Florida 21, Georgia 3. The Bulldogs moved it 68 yards from their own 2 to the Florida 30, and then Stafford got picked by Hayden. He took it all the way down to the 1, and the Gators score from there with Tim Tebow and lead it by 8. 1st and 10 Gators from their own 44-yard line. And they lead big, 21-3, with 6:52 to play in the 3rd quarter. Chris Rainey will be in the backfield with Tebow, and they'll work out of the shotgun. 2 receivers to the left and 1 to the right. They bring the tight end in motion from the near side to the far side. Fake the handoff to Rainey, throw on the run to the left. Complete to Cooper. On far sideline, he falls down at the Georgia 48-yard line, but a quick gain of 8 on the pass play to Riley Cooper.
Really looking right now for some kind of momentum changer, and unfortunately for us, Tim Tebow and throwing interceptions really haven't gone hand in hand. He's done a great job over the course of his career of taking care of the football in the passing game and not giving it up.
Yeah, his interception percentage is just unbelievable. He just does not throw picks. Here he throws to the near side, and we had Dannell Ellerby just about to wrap him up. He jumped up, and Tebow threw him to the near sideline, incomplete, trying to get it in the right flat to Percy Harvin, but Ellerby and Irvin got in there in a hurry.
Tebow's pass intended for Percy Harvin is
defensively, the Dogs today have been pretty good on 3rd down, holding Florida for 2 out of 6 on 3rd down conversions. Another big one would be nice right now.
D'Angelo Tyson comes in. Dannell Ellerby to the sideline for Georgia on 3rd and 2 for the Gators, working from the Dogs' 48-yard line. Brandon James in the backfield. They send him in motion. Shotgun snap to Tebow. Fakes the pass. Will run it straight ahead and get the 1st down and a little bit more. Tebow to the Georgia 44-yard line, it looks like. Gamble Weston on the tackle for the Dogs, but it's a first down for Florida as the clock stops for the movement of the sticks, and now it ticks to under 6 minutes.
Just so tough to stop against this Florida offense. When Tebow is running the football, they gain one extra guy, and very difficult to shut down.
In the shotgun, he looks left to the Gator sideline for the play call. Demps is in the backfield. 2 receivers right and 1 to the left. Snap to Tebow. He's got all day to throw, and he will throw far sideline. He's got his man, and that's a touchdown. Lewis Murphy beat Asher Allen. Murphy caught it at the 2 and scored, and it's 27-3. Boy, Tebow had all day to throw. No pressure on last year's Heisman winner, and he put it in the right spot. Murphy beat Asher Allen, and the Gators are up 27-3.
He did have all day to throw, and that's what made it. Tebow took the first part of that play and really had his eyes looking to the right, had enough time to come back to the left, where Asher was beat by a couple of steps, and Tebow delivered a nice ball for the 6 points.
44 yards on the pass play, and the touchdown, and the extra point by Phillips is good. And the Gators are laying it on the Dogs. It's 28-3 with 5:33 to go in the third quarter. Let's take a 60-second SEC break here on the Georgia Bulldogs Radio Network. They come up to the line of scrimmage to the ball. Now the officials will back away and let them play. 2 receivers to the right side, and the Dogs run out of the eye with Marino as the tailback. Stafford pitches it to Noshawn. He fumbled the pitch. Did he get on it? No, he lost it. Ball still loose. Gators have picked it up. Gators are going to run it in. Terrence Sanders tackled at the 10-yard line. He didn't quite make it. I thought Noshawn fell on the ball, but it squirted out again, and Florida picks up the first fumble of the game, the second Georgia turnover, and they have it on the Dogs' 10-yard line.
Just a pretty simple sweep play. The pitch looked good. Noshawn just didn't catch it, then went to fall on it, and the ball squirted out from both of them. I'm not sure how we didn't recover that, but the ball just popped loose, and Florida picks it up and rumbles down to the 10-yard line. Another mistake by Georgia.
Gators have it, 1st and 10 at the Georgia 10. Call it 1st and goal, right on the 10. Percy Harvin is the tail. Tebow will give it to Harvin and let him run off the left side. He breaks through the first line of tacklers and then gets pushed back from the 8 by a stack of red shirts. Gain of a couple for Harvin as Florida looks for more, leading it 28-3.
C.J. Bird and Akeem Dent make the tackle on the play, but you look out to the stands right now and you start to see the first inkling of the Georgia fans heading back out into the parking lot to begin losing some of the troubles of their mind from this game.
There's a lot of them to lose. 2nd and goal. Tebow fakes it, keeps it straight ahead, untouched, touchdown.
Yeah, untouched is right. Florida offensive line did a great job on both sides of sealing off that lane for Tebow to go to. And, boy, you know, this game really, you look at that 34, soon to be 35-3 score, and no way should it be that big of a blowout, but not a whole lot of fun to watch, that's for sure.
Oh, you're not kidding. Well, this is the payback that Florida hoped for from last year. You know, their best revenge would be a win, and from their point of view, a dominating win, and that's what it's going to look like on the scoreboard as the Gators punch through the extra point to make it 35-3. Now the Dogs from here on out just have to fight for respectability. 3:29 to go in the third quarter, 35-3 Florida, back after this 60-second SEC break on the Georgia Bulldogs Radio Network.
That's exactly right. Had some red shirts. We actually had a screen called on there, just a wide receiver screen, and caught Florida in a blitz. So good play call, just didn't execute on the blocking.
2nd down, 9. Stafford going to roll to the near side, throw on the run to D'Amico Goodman, complete, and Goodman up to the 50-yard line and then knocked out of bounds with a good stiff hit by the Gators. just across the midfield stripe into Florida territory. Dustin Doe made a lot of tackles today, made that one right there. It's going to be third down, however, for Georgia after the 3-yard gain.
Dogs 3 for 8 on third down so far today.
Less than a minute to go in the third quarter. Georgia looking to convert on third down right here. Ball just across the 50-yard line in Florida territory. Stafford, split backfield. Caleb King in with Brandon Sutherland. Stafford in the pocket, going to throw, batted, and caught. Doe, there's Doe again. He tipped the pass, and then he caught it himself, diving. Florida ball at the Gator 41-yard line. That guy's all over the field today.
Yeah, he is. And Stafford took another big shot on that play. It comes up, hobbling off the field a little bit. Some of that may be hurt feelings, too.
Yeah. 2 interceptions now for Stafford. Third turnover of the game for Georgia. And, you know, we talked about that coming into this. I mean, Florida was third in the nation in turnover margin, leading the conference at +10. And they're +3 more today.
+3 more. They've had short fields to work on when they've had those turnovers. And add on top of that some of the special team miscues that we've had with the missed field goals. And you get what we're looking at right now, a 35-3 Florida lead.
Sides, 51 on the off defense. Penalties 5 yards. Down remains third.
And Florida really hasn't had to get into any kind of rhythm. I mean, you know, they started on our own 1-yard line going in. They've started on the 10-yard line going in. So they really haven't had to develop any kind of rhythm. But it has. Everything looks like it's been out of sync.
3rd and 12 for Georgia. Ball's up on the 13 now after the exchange of penalties. Pump fake for Stafford. In the pocket, he steps up, throws it deep, and it is battled for and caught at midfield. A.J. Green cutting to the middle of the field in Florida territory and down to the 32-yard line. A.J. Green just went up and took it away from Joe Hayden near the middle of the field and then just took off running. A 55-yard gain for the Dogs.
Stafford did a good job moving in the pocket there, looking downfield, and really threw into double coverage there. A.J. goes up and just snatches that ball away. Once again, showing what a tremendous athlete and receiver he is.
That's one advantage of being 6'4". He can just go get it. Snap to Stafford in the shotgun. Stands in the pocket, throws, passes batted, tipped and intercepted by Florida. Gators on the move. Gators with a football. Near sideline. That is Black, Ahmad Black. Stafford may have made the tackle deep in Georgia territory. He intercepted it back near the 20 and returned it up the near sideline to the Georgia 26-yard line.
I know it's not going to make him feel a whole lot better, but good job there by Stafford. Staying in the game after that pick. It's been his 3rd of the game and making that tackle. He was the only guy left down there to make the tackle and shed it off a block and made a good open field tackle on Black.
Trying to go to Chris Durham, who was the intended receiver, but there was the linebacker Dustin Doe to get his hand in there and break up the pass. He tipped it, and then Black, who leads the Gators in interceptions, that's his 4th of the year, returns it down to the Georgia 25-yard line. So it's 1st and 10 Florida. 4th turnover of the half for Georgia. 3rd interception. Tebow, and now he's joined in the backfield by Moore. Tebow will go for the touchdown here. Wide open, Harvin in the end zone, touchdown.
And they just may not stop right now. It's what we talked about before the game. How do they retaliate off of the celebration that we had last year? It's just by putting as many points on the board as they can. Defensively, they continue to blitz. They can continue to bring pressure. After the change of momentum there, they go downfield right away, go for the jugular, and sure enough, no one was in or was within 15 yards of Percy Harvin on that play.
$11:30 to go. It's 41-3. We've got a man down in the end zone. That's Remarcus Brown is sitting down in the end zone, so the training staff out to tend to him. Well, this is just what the Gators had hoped for. They waited that whole year and stewed on that celebration last year, trying to think about ways to exact their revenge. And really, you know, if you're if you're a competitive football team, and Florida certainly is, this is the way to do it. I mean, Georgia had hoped to be on the other side of this, certainly, but not to be today, as Florida leads at 41-3.
Well, it's all smiles right now on the Florida sideline, and Florida's put up 41-42 pending this extra point, have done it on 43 plays. It helps, though, when you have one play series from the 25-yard line.
Gators with a big, fat, juicy lead. Tebow staying in the ball game here in the fourth quarter. And Emmanuel Moody is the setback. And he will take the handoff and run straight ahead in a clean uniform. Cuts outside at the 40, 45-50. Got some speed. Georgia trying to bring him down. He's still on his feet into Bulldog territory down to the 38-yard line.
C.J. Bird finally making the play there. You know, now this is really a question of pride for the Georgia Bulldogs to step up and start making some kind of plays and slow the train of the Florida Gators offense down just a little bit.
28-yard gain as Tebow goes out of the ball game. So Tebow out and Brantley is in. John Brantley, a redshirt freshman, 6'3" from Ocala. Tebow pumping his fist in the air as he went to the sideline to the roar of the crowd. Play fake. Brantley going to throw on the run, complete to the near sideline and out of bounds is Deontay Thompson out of Belle Glade, Florida, but a gain on the play up to the, or down to the Georgia 25 and a first down for the Gators. Brantley hasn't had a lot of time on the field, but he broke Tebow's high school passing records in the state of Florida by 1. So
that's right.
He's got some credit, some street cred, I guess, if you will, coming into the university. Brantley in the shotgun, fakes the handoff, rolls right, and he will throw and complete to Thompson again. Another first down to the Georgia 12-yard line. Boy, we nearly got a fingertip on that one over on the right side of the field, but the pass sailed right over the defender and right into the hands of Thompson, his second completion in a row.
And a nice ball thrown there by Brantley. Just a little curl flat combination from the Gators, and Brantley got it right over the outstretched hands of one of our linebackers, and perfectly thrown pass for the first down.
Brantley, the son of a former Florida quarterback. His dad was the signal caller here in 1978. His uncle, All-American linebacker Scott Brantley. And his high school coach was Kerwin Bell, former Florida quarterback. So he's got Gator written all over him as they hand it off to Moody. And Moody is spun in the backfield and knocked down for no gain, maybe a loss. We'll see where they spot it, near the 12-yard line.
Tackle made by number 51, Akeem Dent.
Dent made the stop for Georgia as we check the AJC scoreboard. 3 overtimes final now. Pitt beat Notre Dame 30-24 in triple overtime. Clemson takes the lead from BC again, 24-21 in the fourth. So the Tigers leading the Eagles. 2nd and 10 for the Gators. Deep in Georgia territory from the 12. We jump off sides and get back.
Flag on the play.
Geno Atkins jumped off sides, but the flag is on the ground, and that'll be 5 yards for Florida.
Prior to the snap, offside, 56 on the defense, penalty 5 yards.
Ellerby will come out of the game, and Gamble checks back in for Georgia's defense, trying to keep Florida out of the end zone here. That's been difficult to do in the second half. Under 8 minutes to go, it's 42-3.
But it has been, in this Gator offense really just continuing what they've done the last 2 weeks. In the last 2 weeks, they've rolled up 114 points, 921 yards of total offense in the previous 2 games, just adding to those totals now.
2nd down for Florida inside the Georgia 10. They throw it to the corner. Brantley lets it sail out of bounds. Intended receiver was Carl Moore in the far corner, and Brantley threw it about 7 or 8 yards out of bounds in the far corner of the end zone. So it's going to be 3rd down now for Florida.
Officials here may be looking to get this game over too. Pretty substantial push there on the Gators receiver. Wouldn't have mattered anyway. That ball was 10 yards over his head.
3rd and 6 for Florida from the Georgia 7-yard line. Brantley's in at quarterback. Tebow is out. Brantley in the pocket, throws, touchdown to Thompson. Right side of the field, Thompson not defended very well. Deontay Thompson, the redshirt freshman, gets into the end zone on the 7-yard touchdown throw by Brantley, and that makes it 48-3.
Well, the Gators just caught us there in a little corner blitz, a little side adjustment, or they may have had a quick slant called anyway, but nobody there to defend it. Easy touchdown for the Florida Gators.
Point after try by Jonathan Phillips. Well, his legs got to be getting tired. There's the snap and the hole, and the kick is good, and it's 49-3 with 7:21 to play in the fourth quarter. And right now, as it stands, this will be Georgia's worst loss in this series. Their previous worst loss to the Gators, 1996. They lost by 40, 47-7. Right now, it's 49-3. Ouch. Take a 60-second SEC break here on the Georgia Bulldogs Radio Network. Richard Samuel is the deep man for Georgia to take another kickoff from Caleb Sturgis. Georgia and Kentucky next week, and that'll be a 12:30 game in Lexington. The winner of this one, according to TV, was going to get the night game next week, 8 o'clock. And the kick in the near corner, bobbled by Samuel in the end zone. Stay in there, Richard. And finally takes a knee in the end zone for the touchback, and Georgia will go 1st and 10 from its own 20.
That's a second heart attack Samuel's giving me today.
He wants to run it out, and fortunately he's got teammates that say stay in the end zone.
Well, it's been 2 bobbles, and then he picks it up, and he's almost full tilt, about ready to come out of the end zone, and screeches on the brakes.
Dogs 1st and 10 from the 20, as Lauren said. Joe Cox now the quarterback for the Bulldogs. Cox hasn't played in a game since Central Michigan. 2 receivers left and 1 to the right. Handed off to Samuel. Richard Samuel stays in the ball game and takes the give out to the 24-yard line, maybe the 25, a gain of 5 on the play. 2nd down and 5 for Georgia now. The clock at 7:07 and ticking. Final score from Atlanta on the AJC scoreboard. Georgia Tech 31, Florida State 28. They go to overtime in Winston-Salem. Wake Forest and Duke tied at 30. 2nd and 5 for the Dogs, working from their own 25-yard line, left to right. Joe Cox, the quarterback, hands off, no fakes it to Samuel, keeps it. Cox will run 30, 35 on the left side of the field. Nice gain for Joe Cox from the 25 out to about the 38-yard line. So a gain of 13 on the run by Cox.
Good quickness.
Brandon Hicks made the tackle, and Williams.
Good quickness there shown by Joe. Just pulls it on the little read there and has 5 or 6 yards to run. His good burst allows him to get the first down and a few more yards beyond that.
1st and 10, Georgia. Dogs on their own 38. And we're down more than 38. It's 49-3, and whistles blow and flags on the field. No flags on the field.
Well, we thought that.
What are they saying? 2nd down?
Yeah,
did we snap it?
We did. We thought Florida jumped offside, so wanted to try to snap it and catch the Florida defense in the neutral zone. And on that play, we actually just take a knee. It's no play. The center snaps it as soon as he sees any white jerseys flash across the line of scrimmage. But the ref said that he got back in time, so we actually have to live with the play.
So 2nd and about 10 and a half. Now we hand it off to Samuel. Breaks to the outside on the left. And good running by Samuel across midfield into Gator territory to the Florida 41-yard line.
Samuel, he is such a big and powerful guy. When he gets a head of steam going, he is a tough guy to bring down. Good to see him break out with a couple of runs. One being on the kickoff that he almost took to the house, where he was running over people on that one there as well. 22-yard
gain for number 22 Samuel. The tackle made by Brandon Hicks for Florida. Georgia on the Gator 41-yard line. Clock at 5:10 and ticking. Toss it to Samuel. He comes to the near side, looking for more running room. Contact at the 35, and that's where Richard goes down. After a gain of about 6, Brandon Antwine making the tackle for Florida.
Tackle made by number 47, Brandon
So a
Edwards.
6-yard gain, and 2nd and 4 will be the situation for Georgia coming up as the Dogs still go in search of their first touchdown of this ball game. 49-3, Joe Cox the quarterback. Israel Troop, the receiver, to the left, and D'Amico Goodman to the right. I formation, play action fake to Samuel. Cox will throw it for the end zone, far sideline. It is incomplete as Israel Troop was covered up well and couldn't make a break on the ball. He's running down the far sideline. It'll be 3rd down now, 3rd and 4 for Georgia from the Gator 35.
And a good thought there, a little play action pass to shore up some protection. You typically have max protection when you throw off of play action. Had one-on-one to the outside. But as you said, Scott coverage was pretty good. Not really in place to go with the football there.
Clock stopped at 4:27. Dogs break the huddle, come up to the line. 3rd down and 4 from the Gator 35. Shotgun snap to Joe Cox. He'll throw it hard and fast over the middle. It's broken up by Anderson across the middle. Intended receiver was Michael Moore, but it is incomplete. It'll be 4th down.
Just a quick slant there thrown by Joe Cox to his inside receiver. Had fades going outside, so had a choice of what he wanted to do. Tried to fit it in to a tight little hole there on that slant, but good defense by the Florida Gators knocking that ball away.
And Marky Anderson, a backup corner from Fort Myers, breaking up that pass play. It's 4th down for Georgia. 4th and 4 from the Gator 35-yard line. Moore goes in motion to the far side. Snap to Cox. He's got time. He'll throw it complete to the left side. It is caught by Troop. And a 1st down for Georgia down to the Gator 26-yard line. Well, gain of 8 on the play. Wandy Pierre-Louis and Marky Anderson converging to make the tackle on Moore. But it's 1st and 10 for Georgia from the Florida 26-yard line. Clock at 4 minutes, now ticks under that. 49-3. Georgia looking for its first touchdown of this game. Goodman to the left, and Moore and Troop to the right. We'll keep it on the ground with Samuel running through the middle of the line of scrimmage and breaking tackles to the 19-yard line. Good hard running by the freshman Richard Samuel, about 7 yards on the carry. Will Hill, a freshman from West Orange, New Jersey, brings Samuel down at the 19-yard line.
And if you could think back to the early parts of the game, this is really where our drive started to stall. As soon as we got down into this area, we did a good job between the 20s, and then it all fell apart.
Cox play action to Samuel, stands in the pocket, throws for the right corner of the end zone, and it is caught for a touchdown. Aaron White, the tight end from Missouri, his first career touchdown catch in the right corner of the end zone, right in front of the Bulldog band. And it doesn't take the edge off much, but it does a little as the scoreboard guy was tacking on points on Florida's side of the ledger. Now they're so used to it. Georgia gets its first touchdown.
Nicely thrown ball there, too, by Joe Cox on the corner.
Point after attempt by Walsh is good. It's 49-10. 3:09 to go in the ball game. And Georgia gets a touchdown finally. Timeout, 60-second SEC break. Georgia Bulldogs Radio Network. Rainey is the deep man for the Gators. Walsh has it teed up on the 30-yard line. Puts his foot into it. Tries to angle it towards the near sideline. And Rainey takes it on the 14-yard line and just stands there and taunting Georgia to come and get him. Now takes off running across the far side of the field. Cuts up field at the 30, 35, 40. Spun around at the 48, near midfield at the 50, but there's a flag back on the 21-yard line. Whoa, showboating by Chris Rainey, redshirt freshman. He's got a long time to play in this league. Folks don't forget stuff like that.
No, and I'm sure we'll remember that one too, just like they remember the celebration.
It should come back for a block in the back, we are thinking, as the flag was back on the 21-yard line. But I didn't know what Rainey was doing. He caught the ball, and he's just standing there waiting for red shirts to converge on him. Then he took off running.
Well, it almost looked like he was about to take a knee and just kneel down and not do anything, and pulled a little rope-a-dope, and next thing you know, he was off around the races.
Officials trying to figure out where to spot
During
the ball.
the return, illegal block in the back, number 37 on the return team. Penalty 10 yards, spot of foul. First down.
So Florida will have it just inside their own 10-yard line. 2:52 to go. 49-10 is our ugly score. Again, Georgia, Kentucky next week. That'll be a 12:30 kick. 9:30 tailgate show from Lexington. John Brantley still the quarterback for Florida. The redshirt freshman, the backup to Tim Tebow.
And Brantley on that first drive that he was in was 3 for 4 for 34 yards. Ended in a 14-yard, or ended in a touchdown pass.
1st and 10 from the Gator 9 for Florida. They hand it off to Emmanuel Moody, the redshirt sophomore, runs straight ahead. Runs into Marcus Doughton, where he is tackled right there, practically at the line of scrimmage. So no gain on the play, maybe a loss of a few inches. It'll be second down as the clock's at 2:30 and ticking.
Well, we'll see how bad right now the Gators want to rub this one in. Hopefully they're beyond that point and just want to run it out.
They've already rubbed it in. Yes,
true.
2 receivers right and 1 to the left. And Brantley will fake the handoff and keep it and run to the near sideline. 10, 13 and out of bounds. Tackled out of bounds by Doughton and Boykin. And the orange and blue clad Gator fans didn't like that tackle out of bounds, but it was not a dirty play and no flag on the play.
No, that was just a little push. It may have been a step out of bounds, but he wasn't far.
I think the officials are ready to go too. Less than 2 minutes to go. Knox, Boykin, Evans, and Cuff, the Georgia secondary. Moody's the tailback for Florida, and Brantley is the quarterback. He's in the shotgun. He'll stand in the pocket and throw, and that's going to be interference, pass interference on Brandon Boykin, trying to throw it to David Nelson on the near side at the 20-yard line, and Boykin, freshman from Fayetteville, was wrapped all over it.
Well, he was. Just a little fake slant and a little out route there.
Pass interference. Number 20 on the defense. Penalty will be at the spot of the foul. Automatic. First down.
And Boykin jumped all over that slant and stayed on him as he was returning to the outside.
Let's pause for station identification on the Bulldogs radio network. First and 10 for the Gators from the 21. Handed off to Moody straight ahead. Emmanuel Moody hits the line hard and falls forward up to the 24. Gain of 3 by Moody. And the clock under 90 seconds now.
And that play is typically a read when you run that, where the quarterback has the option to pull that or not pull it. You just read the defensive end. If he slams down to the line of scrimmage, quarterback pulls it. And it's a good thing that Brantley didn't pull it, because he would maybe still be running.
Second down 7 for Florida from the 24. 62 seconds in this one. Start thinking about Kentucky right now. Here's the handoff straight ahead to Moody. Breaks tackles at the 30. Breaks another one at the 35. Got trying to wrap him up high, and we finally bring him down with Knox around the 38-yard line. John Knox, a redshirt freshman out of Statesboro, makes the tackle at the 38-yard line. And now Florida calls a timeout with 44 seconds left. You got to be kidding me. Well, we thought they were going to do it with some form of class. Let's take a quick 30-second SEC break on the Bulldogs radio network. All right, let's see what they've concocted now after that meeting of the minds on the far side of the field. First and 10 for the Gators from their own 38-yard line. In the shotgun, Brantley will hand it off to Moody. He breaks out to the near side, dodges one tackler and gets into Georgia territory at the 46-yard line. Akeem Dent, the linebacker, finally bringing him down after about a 14, 15-yard gain. Moody running pretty well here late, but Dogs don't really have a whole lot left with 30 seconds to go and down 49-10. They call another timeout. I guess they didn't want to leave any on the board, did they?
No, I guess not. And that's
timeout.
their form of celebration.
We'll take a 30-second SEC break. Bulldogs Radio Network. Heisman walked all the way down to about the 8-yard line, other end of the field, waving his towel, doing the Gator chomp, and the official had to chase him back onto the bench.
That's right, and the Gators have just given us our fodder for next year.
1st and 10, Florida. 30 seconds left. They're on the Georgia 45-yard line. Keep it on the ground with Emmanuel Moody on the near side, down to the 36-yard line. You get a first down, close to it, almost a 10-yard run, and that's going to be it. As the final 14 seconds will tick off the clock. Florida a winner, 49-10 as the final score. And the Gators used all their timeouts. Mark Richt and Urban Meyer meet in the middle of the field. A quick handshake. And that is that. 49-10. Ouch, hurts to say that. The AT&T call of the game. Okay. AT&T call of the game is next here on the Georgia Bulldogs Radio Network.
Well, beyond the earth, beyond all things that gave us birth, we'll navigate the seas of the sun. If God is throwing dice and Einstein doesn't mind the chance, we'll navigate the seas of the sun. Infinity runs deep, eternity that we can keep. We'll navigate the seas of the sun. Flowers of our souls, purple, blue, and gold refined, to navigate the seas of the sun. So we know who we are, even in this frozen waste. We'll navigate the seas of the sun, living in this place, staring into space, we'll find.
By the Gators, quick throw. Mitchell makes the catch. He breaks away. 30, 25, 20, veers inside. 10 breaks the tackle. 5 breaks another one. Touchdown!